Okay, everyone, let's open the meeting to see, good evening, everyone. Nice to see everybody. Let's call the meeting to order, please. Our meeting is held in compliance with the New Jersey's Open Public Meetings Act, also known as the Sunshine Law. Let's do a roll call by name, please. Pat Butler. Yeah. Oh, that's me. Charlie Story.
Dexter Delikers. Sanjata Sekou.
Alex Feldman. Jeff Regan.
Susan Calentone.
Joe Diori.
Okay, would everyone please stand for the flag salute? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, everybody. Thank you. Okay, you should all have a copy of our minutes from our last meeting in hand. Will the board please read the minutes of the last meeting of March 18th to see if there are any corrections or additions to the minutes?
That's so nice of you.
That's the minutes I've ever seen.
Aren't they beautiful?
Where are they? Oh, the email.
Yeah.
You have an extra?
Let's look at my email.
Wait, I might have one.
Okay.
Do you need it?
No, I'm
I have a copy.
I have a copy. Rashni doesn't have it either.
Oh, okay. Here.
Some extras
I
out
can
there.
get mine.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Here you go, Rashni.
Now that we have the right email, you'll get it.
Yes, you should be able to get these.
Does everybody check that email list, just to make sure you're on the right list? You're on it? You're not on it?
He's not on the
Jeff
roster
is,
yet.
Jeff's
No.
not on the roster yet. Oh,
I'll be coming
Okay.
soon.
you're not on
Coming
it.
soon.
and
You'll be there.
are we
Alright, so-
actually,
Yes, we're gonna do it, we're gonna swear him in. She's waiting. Just put your email there.
while they're reading the
Yeah,
minutes,
yeah, okay, make
after
sure
the
it's
minutes,
right.
we'll swear Jeff in.
Should we do that first?
Well, we're to the minutes, let's finish the minutes, and right after we read them and make corrections, then we'll go right away to swearing in of Jeff.
Sorry, I'm not sure if it's I'll probably go up on this one.
We're glad to have.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, any corrections, changes, to the minutes, additions? Okay,
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as presented.
thank you, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I abstain. Yes, thank you. Yes, and Rashmi was not either, thank you. Okay, then the minutes are approved. I'd like to move to the swearing in of our new trustee member, Jeff Reagan. Michelle, you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay.
You ready? You want to stand? Raise your right hand. I, Jeff Reagan,
I, Jeff Regan,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United
of
States
the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the government
and to the government
established in the United States
established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully
impartially,
and impartially
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties
all the duties
as a member of the Board of Trustees
as a member of the Board of Trustees
of the Roselle Park Veterans Memorial Library
of the Roselle Park Veterans Memorial Library
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Jeff, and
Thank you very
welcome
much.
to the board.
We're so
We're
excited
glad to
him
have
back.
you.
You could just sign these 2 copies and then I'll make that one.
We are glad to have you.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here. Where's the cake?
No, I do appreciate it.
Oh,
Up and
yeah.
down.
No matter what we say. No matter what it said on Facebook.
The date, today's the 15th, how could you not know that?
Tax day.
Oh,
Everybody
that's
knows
right.
what today
Well,
is.
that's right, today is,
Tax day, and it's also 150 years since the assassination of President Lincoln.
Wow. It's
There's a lot of special programs on this evening. There were a lot of events in town and also some.
do we have his skeleton at the Roselle Park Museum?
We do not, but I posted his photograph online as my duty as the historian, and with a little help from my friends who actually noticed it really early this morning, this evening.
And the sinking of the Titanic.
Yep.
Yesterday, I think.
That's right, yesterday,
Well, 150 years?
150 years.
Wow.
I was by the 4th day there last week. My family was watching this.
Really?
Oh, how neat.
That's interesting. Okay, we're going to move to the financial report, action on bills. Board, could you please read the financial report? Action on bills you have in front of you. See if there are any questions.
Did we ever resolve that issue if we were double billed for the gas? Is there any further information?
You weren't double billed for gas.
Okay.
It was explained a little bit, I believe, at the last meeting, right? Michelle had
We
explained.
weren't really double billed, the borough took over
Parts of it.
our gas supplier, so we're being billed from Elizabethtown Gas and from Global Energy.
But it's not double billed. It's
Right.
would have been this,
One is the supplier, one is the carrier.
right. I know, it's confusing, but it comes out to the same
No,
amount.
but we're just paying for cubic feet of gas that the library uses for heating. That's all we're paying for. We're not paying for the pipeline processing fee, the Global Energy. Global Energy basically charges for infrastructure as well.
Well, this is what the town took over.
Oh,
This is what the town does. We had no
We had
say
no
in it.
idea about it until we got the
Yeah.
first bill from them.
no, what I'm saying is, we're getting billed from Global Energy at the same time we're being billed from Elizabethtown Gas?
But not the same amount. I mean, it's not like, it would have been, this. If it was just Elizabethtown Gas, it would have been the same amount as it is for the two of them.
So we're being, yeah, but how would you know that? Unless you looked,
Because we
like
had it.
6 months ago, 12 months ago. Oh, you did look?
Yeah, we looked, right?
Okay, all right.
And we have no choice. This is what the town's doing.
No, I understand. It's probably like a consortium deal.
Yeah,
They probably get a cheaper rate.
Probably.
Okay, all right.
I'll make a motion to accept the financial reports.
Thank you. Do I hear a second? Second. Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, they are approved. Thank you. Okay, let's go to correspondence. Do we have any correspondence this month? Susan?
no.
And then President's Report. Well, welcome everybody during National Library Week. It's great to have a trustees meeting during National Library Week. I think that's really great. And we planned this perfectly. That's what we did. We absolutely thought this through. I just wanted to say, I love the library. I went to this program by Michael Peterson. I was overwhelmed. He had the photographic safari. What a wonderful night. Charlene was there, her husband, my husband came, a lot of people came. Very talented photographer. Showed the way to places I've never been before but want to go now. Beautiful stories about his life there, what they did, little anecdotes, almost like a travel monologue. I thought it was a great program, and thank you for That's great for the summer.
Yeah, that's what I figured this summer, people, that'd be a
That's
goodie.
great. I don't know if any of you received in the mail from the New Jersey Library Trustee Association, the flyer. There's special programs that they offer throughout the year. I would highly recommend if you can attend any of these programs if you're a new board member. They really helped me when I became a board member here almost 4 years ago. It's funny, I was a librarian for years. I had my own board as a director, but when you're on the other end of the stick, there are always things you don't know. And for new people, it's a great way for you to find out about the new laws, new state, information on how you can network with people. So I made copies for you. There's one on the 13th, but they have them pretty regularly, right, Susan?
Yes.
Now, do you get those notices, Susan, as well as me?
I do.
Would you, when you get them, maybe you could just send them out to everybody? And there's a conference in September, which I'm going to ask all of you to come with me, but I know all of you will be able to, but whoever can come. It was a wonderful conference last year. It was a great place. I networked and did a lot of talk and work with other people, talking about what they do as trustees in their library and getting different ideas. It was a really good program. They have it at different locations through the state, so I'll let you know when that
As
comes
soon
up.
as you know what the.
I will. Yeah, it was just a very valuable experience. I really, really enjoyed it. And now, because it's National Library Week, I have something for you, but it's also, you see, this is Volunteer Appreciation Week. National Volunteer Day. National Volunteer Day is the 20th, but this week it's National Volunteer Day, and you are all volunteers here. You give of your time every evening. You've put up with me since January as president. Thank you so much. I have a little gift for you. Something on my travels, just to say thank you. Very specially chosen just for you.
Should I just pass it
Just
on?
for you.
Thank you. Isn't that
Charlie,
nice?
you're gonna love
Tote,
this.
a Harper Lee tote.
Just for you.
Yeah, from the
This is
book.
a World War I novel.
That was very nice of you. Pat.
You're welcome. Just for you.
Harper Lee is coming out with a new
You're
novel.
You're kidding me.
After how
After
many
all
years?
these years?
Yep. It
To
should
Kill
be
a
out
Mockingbird?
in August, I think, July.
I tried to pick things I thought you would like. It's the Jungle Book.
Yes, yes.
Alex,
yes.
you were the animal man.
Yes.
I love that.
Very, very nice.
I love it.
I was born in the jungle.
Susan, I don't know if you've ever read this novel. Have you?
Nice. What is it?
It's F. Scott Fitzgerald's first book. It was written in 1920.
Not the Great Gatsby.
I'm a big Fitzgerald fan.
Oh, you like the way he writes? You like the way,
I always have.
especially in his drunken stupor, he writes the
Hey,
best.
listen, I love Long Island, I love Newport, I love to travel up in that area. I found out so much about his life. He was such an
Yeah.
interesting man.
Where's your
This is a great book. So. Okay, so thank you
He's
for all
not
you
writing
do.
any good books.
This is old.
But you know, it's funny, D.C. Andrews writes more books now than they're dead than alive.
I'm not
I think a
volunteering.
computer
Sure you
writes
wanna
it.
give this to me?
I think I do, Susan.
Okay.
Thank you so much for everything you
Thank
do.
you.
And if you don't, and when you talk to me and spend moments in talking with me all year long, you're volunteering that time. I don't think you're on the clock
That's
yet.
beautiful. Thank you so
You're
much, Pat. You're
welcome.
so generous.
Just fit a couple of books in there for yourselves. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay,
That was very sweet.
the Children's Department.
All right, submitted by Elena. Well, you can see all the programs we had. Of course, at the story times, we had 102 in attendance with the parents and the children. Lego Club 81. So those were the Healthy Snack Workshop is run by Ellen and Kit. And it was really cute. They had different things like Doritos and something else. And the kids had to decide which ones were which was the better thing to eat. It was cute.
In which sense?
Doritos, I picked. Kit's also doing the flannel board story time. There's a lot of after-school daycare visits. The Crazy Math Club is still pretty well attended. Read to the Dog, and the Chess Club. And we also have mothers of preschoolers. They're a special group that come here, and they did a special story time, so that was 16 kids there. I think they come once a week, on Monday. Let's see. Karen and Tile always asks for the reference, through the Reference USA database, a list of New Jersey Roselle Park businesses. And we can get a list for you of all the businesses in Roselle Park. And so she did that and for Karen.
Will you be sending that to Ethan Shaw after the session?
He probably has
Okay,
it.
just
Yeah,
ask.
but if he doesn't, I'll ask,
Okay.
Then she also does individual lessons on the computer, and she helped a patron search for Reference USA databases to find, he's doing some kind of public relations, and he needs to narrow down who we can send things to. This is a great database, and it's free through the state, so. And she did a technology session to show a patron how to use the iPad.
You have to get a ID, username and ID, right? For that?
You just have your library card.
For the Reference USA?
Then she attended the Books Kids Will Sit Still For, a closer look at some of the top-rated children's books of 2014 for grades pre-K to 6, workshop presented by Judy Freeman.
She's still doing it?
She's still doing it.
Where did she do that one? Just curious, did she say?
I think it was in Cranford.
It's very good.
And circulation last month was 1,756. And so, is that? Yeah, I have it. It's under children's report, no, it's under March report or something. Didn't say children's report.
I don't think it was attached.
It was not attached. I didn't
Oh,
receive it either.
okay.
So we can make copies.
Well, I
Got
made
it.
copies for you of
It wasn't
everything.
attached.
At
You
the
get to my
time,
punchline.
though. Okie dokie. Well, does anybody need a copy?
Yeah,
Or
we
just
can make
email it to me.
copies for
All right,
everyone.
so
I'll
I'll
just
email
email
it.
it to everybody around, so we all.
Okay,
have
so
that.
that's that.
Okay, Susan, and we go to the director's report. We didn't get that either. Just so you know, yeah.
You could do this one too.
I'll send
I
that.
just,
But I give you every. Well, we issued 30 new patron cards, and we have 173 new items. DVD circulation is still up, 224. We had the wildlife photographer, as Pat mentioned, on the 31st. March 16th, I attended the Citizens Advisory meeting at the Roselle Park School with Pat.
Thank you for doing that. Susan volunteered her time to do this, and it's a very worthwhile group.
Yeah, it's great.
Thank you.
March 26th was the pasta night at the Roselle Park High School, and this was also a benefit for the Roselle Park Library and Autism Speaks, and I haven't heard yet as to what our donation is going to be.
Nobody's saying anybody.
I know.
That's a nice way of saying it, though, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Very diplomatic.
But there was a lot, I heard there was a lot of people at the pasta dinner.
Yes, yes,
So-
it had a good turnout.
There's a
It will
good
come.
chance we'll get something. March 26th, I attended the LMXAC meeting. As you know, I'm on their board. And we found out that Elizabeth Public Library will be joining the LMXAC family and we'll be using our Cersei database that we use, so that's going to be wonderful. They
It's gonna be
have
great. I
a
can't
million
wait.
books and different items.
They also have the, if I can just share.
Yeah, yeah.
They have the New Jersey Library collection down there. I'm hoping they put that all online, but if they do, I won't have to run down there anymore.
Like the
I mean,
government
the
documents?
state library?
No, in Elizabeth, the New Jersey room holds documents for all of Union County. They
Oh.
have directors, government manuals. I'm down there constantly doing research on homes. People will have reference questions come into the museum.
Okay.
Spend a lot of time down there on genealogy searches and
I
home
hope they put
searches.
that in there.
So I'm hoping, and I'll check, I'll look
Yeah.
at their see.
Um,
It's great news.
Yeah, but it's not going to go live until hopefully in June.
Mm.
Also, LMXAC system will be starting something new. They'll be able to send text messages to patrons alerting them as to an item being held for them, or if it's a late item. Because now they only call the home phone or your cell phone, but they don't text. So you'd have, to look at your phone or be at home to know. This way, if you get a text, you can come right here and pick up your item. We do a lot of interlibrary loan. March 30th, our book group met. We discussed Blind Faith by Joe McGinnis. April 1st, Ellen and I sat in on the Wi-Fi Jersey Connect webinar by Cisco Meraki. And it was an hour-long seminar about how this company would be able to monitor your Wi-Fi. Because remember, we're in that process. We don't know where we're going to go with the Wi-Fi. It's a little more expensive initially, but they can tell you how many people are using your Wi-Fi, if they're using Wi-Fi, all different things.
But what do we need that for?
Well, we need Wi-Fi.
No, what do we need, somebody telling us
We
how
don't.
many people use it?
I mean, it's nice to know, what your users are doing, but we
You know,
don't.
maybe like a promotional, like a flyer or something that lists all the items that
Yeah.
people are.
I could send you the link.
What do we currently have for Wi-Fi service?
We have Verizon.
Still.
Remember, well, because I was waiting for this. Remember the Wi-Fi, I was told I was waiting for the webinar to figure out what we wanted to do. So I'll send you the link. You tell me
Yeah,
if you
just,
think it's.
well, no, just send it to
I'll send it to
everyone.
everybody, see if it's
We'll have to
worthwhile.
vote on it. probably
Otherwise,
at the
we'll
next
just
meeting.
go with Comcast.
Can you, is there a way that you can just maybe, or someone can just bullet point to us what we would get by going to this other
Yes.
company?
Yeah, the advantages.
Yeah, because the webinar is a, what do you call that? When they.
PowerPoint?
Yes. Thank you. PowerPoint.
You can send it to everybody.
I will send it to everybody.
The PowerPoint, even easier.
Okay,
And
I'll do that tomorrow. April 14th was National Library Workers' Day. Thank you to everybody. Dexter who sent us the fruit. What do you call that company?
Edible arrangement?
Yeah, thank you. Edible arrangements, and Pat brought us cookies from Pinhouse.
Oh.
So that was nice. And Mrs. Endler made us a blueberry pound cake.
Ooh, that
That
was
was
the
nice.
best. Mrs. Emmer is incredible.
Yeah, she
She
is.
is.
Yes.
So thank you to
Best
everybody
I've ever
who
tasted.
sent well
And
wishes.
she's also a member of the Friends of the Library. That was nice that she came out.
April 28th and 21st, I'll be in Long Branch at the NJLA conference. April 6th to April 11th, the Children's Room hosted many spring break activities, including the special flannel board story time by Ms. Kit, family bingo by Ms. Debbie. Every Wednesday, Kit hosts the group with Easter sales and plans special activities, including snacks. And she's also been reading in the schools throughout the month. The Friends of the Library met yesterday and agreed to sponsor the following events for the summer reading program. The opening day magician and JoJo the entertainment at the end, the closing day, and I hope everybody here comes to that, both those
Repeat
things.
that date again?
The opening is June, I'll send you the date, I don't know exactly, but the closing is August 31st. That's when the kids get their certificates, and that's JoJo. The cartoon drawing workshop and the math science program. They also agreed to buy the prizes and other miscellaneous items that the children get throughout the summer. Buildings and library maintenance. Councilman Miola came by the library on April 13th to observe George cleaning the library. George is from Shamrock Cleaning, and you know in the past I've had issues with George, and so has every other borough building. And it was just perfect. He came at 10, George, and he left at 10:30. Nothing hardly was done. That's the usual. I got the contract from, I have it here, if anybody wants to look at it, and it says the public library and the Casino Community Center, he's supposed to be cleaning from 10 to 3, both buildings. And he leaves here, he comes here at 10, leaves at 10:30, and we have 5 bathrooms. So, it's a
Does he do
problem.
the outside as well as inside?
No,
Just
just
the
the
inside.
inside, he barely does that.
Was it documented?
Yes,
You sent
I
an email to Doreen or whomever?
I sent it to,
There were pictures taken,
and there were pictures taken.
and so on. It was very thoroughly documented as well. And then at the Casano Center following, so we are creating a paper trail.
Well,
Because
it's
if
funny you
you
should
sent
say paper trail, because he went to the men's boys' room downstairs while George was up here, and he left toilet paper all over the floor, and he never went in there and cleaned it. And it was still there when he left at 10:30. But this has been going on for years now. I mean, you
So
could
it
look at
needs
the.
to be corrected.
Yeah.
And-
I mean,
But
it's
the
really
contract
good.
is up in June this way. Now we'll go to DPW, who will talk when it's all, it's going through channels, so
Okay.
he'll be gone. I mean, there's no.
Should be, I mean, you can't
Is
tell
the
that
borough
it's
going with
nonsense.
another bid, or they're gonna try to do it in-house?
I think we're gonna go with another bid, but I'm not, don't quote me on it, I don't really know.
So I know, I had this problem once, and
There's plenty of janitorial.
Exactly, yeah.
hold on.
You don't wanna do the job?
Folks,
Joe, go
there's plenty,
Go ahead.
I've had this experience before, not in Roselle Park, but learned it outside. Document it, send it to the vendor, if they don't correct it, document it again if it happens, and then, right, say it again. Document it, the borough would send it to the vendor, you're doing the right thing, you're sending it to Doreen, whoever collects it at the borough's end, sends it to the vendor, they have to correct it. If they don't correct it, then you have to breach a contract. You end the contract, this way you don't have to worry about them bidding again.
That's right.
And claim that they weren't.
Yes, because we don't
That's
want
what they're
them,
planning on doing.
we don't want them back.
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
But I've already talked to DPW a few times, and they were speaking to him. And I spoke to him the other day, he came, when he was here, he was looking for the Windex bottle. And I said to him, oh, we have a volunteer who comes in and cleans, and the Windex bottle is over by the table. And he said, oh, we have a volunteer to clean. I said, well, some people can't stand how filthy this place looks. So you would think they would.
Well, he's been told that the Casano Center too, that it's not,
And the borough building, I
acceptable.
heard, is horrible.
what he's been doing, so it's,
All right.
it won't be long now.
Good, because I can't.
Okay.
You can go on to, this is something to consider, the state does have a state contract with, I want to say ARC.
Yes,
just gonna try to
they
look
came in for a bid.
Okay.
Well, don't look at me, but DPW brought them in, and then they went with George.
Well, maybe.
But ARC came in, they did come
Yeah,
in.
because with the state contract, you don't have to worry about going out to bid, you can go through the state.
Well, I don't know why they picked George.
I'll find out.
I'll see if I can pull it up and show you before we do.
Well, they did it, so they must have known about it, right?
Depending on who has the contract, I'm trying to find it.
Thanks,
The staff bathroom had an issue with the water running on Thursday evening, and Ellen called the emergency DPW number, it was after hours. And as usual, the DPW promptly came and fixed the issue. They're wonderful. I can't say enough about the DPW. The electrician came to make sure all the circuits were okay for the handicapped doors. Everything was good. The elevator maintenance person came to check the elevator, and we replaced all the lights. The auditor was here and completed the library audit within a couple of days. And I sent everybody got the cap request, I hope, for the next 5 years.
Yep.
And I think we're going the end of the month.
I think the 23rd.
Going to
That's
23rd.
next week.
Yep.
Stop this one.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm just doing a
It
search
didn't
now.
come back.
No, I didn't get it. And I did a search, see if
Did everybody get that?
I got the, yeah, that one.
Do you have it handy? Did you see who's on
Yeah.
distribution list?
Oh, this,
All but Joe.
You should have. Unless it's the wrong email, are you checking the email?
Charlene, did you get it all?
Did you check that?
Charlene did not get it all.
No, I've been pretty much on my email,
Check that?
basically.
Last thing I got
That's
was
correct.
April. Last thing I got.
That's his correct email.
But this is what I have on my distribution list, so I don't know why you're not checking that.
Okay, double check, make sure, because Charlene didn't get it either.
All right.
I got my thing from Wexler. So that's going to have to be from March.
Well, I think there's copies of it.
Yeah, I got the minutes
What is that?
from that.
Let me double check with you.
the social,
Is that the,
Oh, that's the social media, okay.
The capital
Well,
request?
Yeah,
What was that meeting date? I'm sorry.
I sent it twice.
I don't see you on it. I don't see you on it. So,
Well, he is,
yeah, it was sent on April
Joseph
April
Diorio.
13th. April 13th?
My
no,
email?
Joseph Diorio. Maybe it's a different email.
There was the
Did
story.
you get the agenda?
No C story.
I thought I did, right?
The one I pulled up was back in March.
Okay. Anything else for the director's report, Sue, while we're looking?
No.
No, no, next up.
Okay.
All right, well, now that I have this,
So we need to update
Yeah.
that email so that Charlene
oh,
and
Susan, I just
Joe
wanted to ask
Diorio
you,
are on there.
I know you're requesting this in the future, library Dropbox for media and books. Are you talking about the standalone
yeah,
box, like the mailbox outside, the metal? Oh,
I figure in 5 years it's gonna
Okay.
need to be replaced.
No, because Forrest and you know, the Friends, they did that slot.
That's for the media.
For the meeting,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So the standalone.
Okay, that's
part.
it.
Now we have the report of the superintendent.
I have a
Yes,
question.
and John, go ahead.
The online classes, do you have any information about that? How many people have been on? Have people?
Not yet.
Oh.
I don't have any. I know a lot of people took the bookmarks and they're really excited about it, but I don't know how many people. Have
I've
you
heard
tried
some-
anything yet?
Well, I put it on the Roselle Park forum, and people seem interested in it.
Yeah. All the bookmarks are gone. I ordered new bookmarks. So, but I'll check that out for the next week.
We used to, you know, it's a good point, you guys make. We used to have a counter on the Roselle Park Library website. We used to know how many people go on our website.
It's a very good thing to have.
And I don't know what happened with that tracker. Can we reinvest in that? I mean, is it like a big deal?
I don't know. I'll ask Ellen. She does the website.
Okay.
Most of the websites have that.
That's just what we do.
We just put it on.
But it's not gonna give,
No, I know,
not
it's not
that. That's
gonna, I know, but at least we'll know,
Yeah.
you know, the traffic on our website.
Okay, data on Universal.
if it's low one month, I'll keep on clicking on it.
There you go.
Over and over and over
Because it's so
again.
reliable.
Any other questions for Susan with the director's report? Okay, there's no one here tonight from the superintendent of
No,
schools.
she called and said she couldn't make it.
So then we have the report from the liaison.
I don't know if there's much for me to tell you. We just had the capital budget meeting, will be on the 23rd, and the library will present its budget then. And I guess the only other thing to bring up would be if the finance committee has,
When we get to the committee
Contact the
reports,
CFO.
we can cover that in
Okay.
there probably, but yep, that's a real good,
That's
and I
the
have it
other-
on my list, thank you
Okay.
so much.
All right.
Glad you're here. Okay. Anything else, Charlene? That was basically it. All right, officers and standing committees, Dexter.
Yeah, I think this was probably left over, I think the social policy is done. So we have that, we removed, one line, which was the contentious item, so I think we're gonna call this closed.
And now it's ready to go?
It's all
Put it
ready
up
to
on
go.
our-
Yep.
On our webpage?
On the website.
Okay, good.
That's the finished product. Did a great job. Dexter, thank you so
Yep.
much
Yes,
for
thank
all
you.
your work.
Yeah.
Did a great job with this. We really, really appreciate it. Lot of work with that.
We don't have a Facebook page, though, we just have
Yeah,
an
we do.
official website.
They do.
Yeah.
Roselle Park Library Facebook page?
Now they can use it.
Yeah.
Closed it back for a while, I'm sorry, but it's, now we have a social media place, in place, so you don't have to
Well,
worry.
now we can take a picture.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, absolutely.
And not worry about it.
Absolutely, it's a great advertising. Okay, Sanjata, the finance committee, have you met yet?
We haven't. I would assume that we should meet before the budget meeting on the 23rd.
That would be great.
And, I guess that would be you and I and Joe and whoever else who are.
Well, on our committee is yourself and Alex is on it,
Okay.
and Susan
Okay.
are on the finance committee. And Joe is there if we need help, because we know him, right?
Oh, okay. So then we need to formulate a date where we can meet.
so what you need to do is to meet with the CFO.
Yeah.
Oh,
Actually, I was speaking with Ken Bloom,
Mhm.
and what he would like you to do is after you meet,
Mhm.
get together, call him, pick a time, and meet with Ken Bloom. You can reach him, I have his number here,
Okay.
and Ken Bloom is BLUM,
mhm.
and this is the number you'll get his secretary, Dina, who's wonderful,
Mhm.
908-245-0819, and he would like to meet with the finance committee. So I know he was in Florida, I'm not sure if he's back yet, but when he comes back, he might be coming back soon. So call up and she'll tell you if he's in, and then she'll set up a
It's
date.
not just about the capital budget, I mean, all issues, okay.
And it's good because, Sanjay, this is your first time around as a treasurer this way. Any questions you have, and bring everything with you, he's a wonderful guy. He can help you out and
Oh, yeah.
answer any questions you have.
So John, is there a date you're looking at particularly?
Yeah.
The dates?
And I necessarily don't have to be there really with you, but if you want me to be there, I try to.
We can meet as early as next week. If everyone agrees to that. We can meet here.
Can we
is usually, they're late, so if you need to meet late, I don't think it'll be a big problem.
Because the meeting is the,
I don't want to
the following
commit,
week.
23rd,
It's next week.
That's
the
right.
meeting.
yeah. So you might want to get in there like the
This week.
early.
Yeah.
Oh, he's out, he's in Florida.
I
Well, I'm
think
not
he is
sure
still
if he's
in
back. Is
Florida.
he back?
I don't think he's back,
I
but
don't think so either.
I wasn't.
Well, the cap money is totally different than the regular.
Yeah, but
budget.
I think that he wants to talk to the finance committee as a general,
Yeah,
He
but
does want to meet with them.
but I'd say you might want to set it up for like, 20th, 21st, 22nd. And as they say, he frequently puts the lights out.
So if you want to speak to him, Sanjana,
Sure.
get some dates from him, and then
Monday's
email
not good.
everybody.
If you'd like me there, Monday's not good, Tuesday's good, Wednesday's not.
Tuesday the 21st. Alex, that'll be good for you? Susan?
I'm not gonna be here.
21st, I have a Coast Guard meeting in Maplewood at 8 o'clock, so if we could do it before then, it's fine. You know, if we could meet at 6, I'm sure we could wrap it up. Would that be too late, at 6 o'clock for Ken?
Then we need another
I'm sure it
person.
wouldn't be.
Well, Susan just said, I'm sorry, Susan, let me interrupt just a second. You're not going to be involved with the finance committee. You had volunteered to be on it, so I'm a little, we could
Well,
use a third person
If it was
there.
about us talking about our finances in the library, but as far as I know from being a director in many places, the town gives you the money and they don't have, they're not supposed to have a lot to say about where the money goes. So if you guys want to go to the finance then with Ken, that's fine.
I'm thinking we could use a third person. Do I hear any volunteers? I need to ask. Or we could really use another person over there maybe.
1, 2, 3. You
So
said
it's Tuesday.
Oh, can you go,
Tuesday,
Joe?
if it's
Oh, okay.
Tuesday at
If
6?
it's Tuesday, 6:30.
6:30?
If you try 6, I'll be, you know what,
I'll
say
go
6,
late.
I'll probably be late.
6?
Well,
About 6.
like I said, if you're there at
6:30?
6,
So how about 6:30?
6:30 is better.
Okay, I'll reach out to his office.
And I cannot be there. Oh, great. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that. Okay, at this time, I'd like to open the public portion of our meeting. Are there any members of the public who would like to speak? Please come up to us, state your name and address, and ask your question.
Kimberly Powers, 21 East Clay Avenue. I just wanted to say, you're talking about universal class, and I am taking a class on that. And it's wonderful. It is so, I just cannot believe how informative it is. It has a portion that you read, and then underneath that has a video. So if you don't want to read it, you can watch the video, and it just reads whatever was written there. There are links that you can go to. The links that I'm going to are from professors from Harvard, and just all these major colleges. It is so amazing and so informative. They give you a quiz at the end, you have a test at the end, and when you get done, you get a certificate. So it really is very, very nice. I think it's one of the best things that the library has done.
Wow.
I really, really enjoy it.
Thank you,
And
Ken.
there's hundreds of programs.
Which class did you?
I take negotiation. So, yeah, I really, really like it. So, thank you.
And while Kim is here, I want to say thank you for finishing the tile
Oh, thank
in the
you.
entryway. Well,
I have
but
to
you
show
you
me
provided
your
all the
husbands.
equipment and everything, and you guided us as we worked, and my husband and I. You were the one, you were the supervisor isn't the word I want, but essentially the supervisor, telling us what to do and how to cut, and provided the cutters and all that, and so now we actually have tile down.
Yes,
on
and
the
I
floor.
should
Just
finish
needs to be
grouting,
finished.
next week it should be finished with the grouting, so.
Almost finished.
Almost there.
Thank you, Kim.
Thank you.
Susan, is it possible to put this testimonial on the website?
Yeah, oh, yeah, that's a great idea. Okay. All
Why don't
right.
you film her and
Alright.
put her on Facebook since we have our social media policy? Just an idea. And she is over 18, so.
We don't know that, we need to,
Yeah.
we're assuming.
I think you could actually just send this previous point of getting metrics of usage, because I think we should probably have it, if it's got that great utility, should have a goal in
Yep.
mind of how many
Yeah.
people want to actually together, and as an organization, we figure out ways to get there. Because it's going to probably be low at this point because
Just start.
it just started, but the worst thing is to have something that's good out there that people aren't
Yeah.
using because they just don't know. So I think we should get the metrics and have a target of 10%, 15% of our
Sounds good.
library base is actually not on them.
Certainly, yeah, and certainly people sharing their experiences should encourage other people.
Interesting, that's a good, I like that.
I like that
We
idea.
get a sort of a baseline.
Yeah, campaign types of people. Like,
Yeah, see what
Great
the
publicity
impact
for
really
us
are.
here, you know?
Yeah.
Thanks, thanks.
And then mark each time we put something out there to see if there's an uptick in usage.
People react to us too, which is.
Yeah,
nice.
And my wife's not on
Get
there.
working.
She starts
Feedback
with,
too.
my
so
wife's
we'll
actually
find out.
she hasn't taken the class, but looked at the offerings and she thought it was actually, the volume was incredible of all the different types. So, and she only knew it because I told her, so that's kind of,
Yeah, that's
you know, it's got to figure out a thing to work with.
You know, I'll make a note, I'll also mention it tomorrow night.
Oh, great idea. Take a bookmark with you so you'll remember.
I have,
Oh, good.
if you're short, I don't want it to.
Yeah, no, yeah. And you can also download a whole list of everything that's cooking. I mean, it's just so many.
Horticulture, gardening.
Homeschooling.
I was looking at it too, it's interesting. Thank you. Okay, are there any other members of the public?
That would be a nice promotion on my Facebook page.
Any other members of the public who would like to speak? Please come up. Yes, Mr. McGarrett.
Jacob McGarrett, 6 Sheridan in Roselle Apartments. Mr. Balaban, the DSIC on the gas and water bill is called Distribution Service Infrastructure Charge. We were told one time it wasn't going to cost us 1 penny for the water from the water company, but it's up to $2.98 a month. I'm looking at the surplus of $25,000. Will there be any problems with the surplus as had been in the past years, where people want to come in and take the surpluses away, et cetera? Now, with the 427, is that the total budget, or is it 402 and 25,000?
Yes, it's with the 25,000 in it. It says on the bottom, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
What's included? It's the borough aid. Borough's giving us 390,000. The state aid is assuming, we're assuming the state aid, because we don't know yet. And we're assuming the income, okay? So it's 6,000, 6,000. That's 402,000. And then the library surplus, we're taking from our library surplus, 25,000, and we're making it, our budget, 427,000.
You're taking 25,000 out of your surplus?
Yes.
How much you got surplus?
I guess we're waiting for the auditor's report to see
We're waiting for
exactly.
the auditor's report.
Okay. Good. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other members of the public who would like to speak or ask a question, please come up. Okay, I'd like to have a motion made to close the public portion of the meeting. Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Okay, let's close the public portion. Moving to old business, salary increases for library staff. You should all have in your hands, Susan had emailed them to some people.
I'm sending it. Because I was
The
reading
new
those.
2015 schedule for salaries for full-time and part-time employees.
Here.
Please take a look at that.
I wanted to make sure it was actually 2%, because I'm not that great with the math.
Yeah, you're second.
It is, you're okay.
Right, yes,
Second
right,
one.
okay.
Yeah, I checked it 3 times.
Did you round up again? Thank you, Jeff.
Jeff, from now on, this is going to
Yeah, I get it.
so I can hit it with the right hand.
Because if we miss, it's going to go.
I thought I could see you with somebody else.
I wouldn't have much fun, I really wouldn't.
I know,
I'm
right?
upset. Seriously.
You have to be professional.
Yes, I would. So would you.
Okay, Susan, before we have any discussions or questions, would you like to make any comments about the information that we've provided?
No, it's just the 2%, that, that's the resolution, so all we have to do is just say yes or no, and move on.
Okay, the resolution states that it is consistent with the 2% increase for the clerical group, so just for the record, that's stated. I'll make a motion to accept the resolution 1-15.
Second.
All in favor, and I think we should do a roll call for
Well,
this
yes, we have to put the.
vote, because we have to mark it down. So Dexter, you have your sheet there?
Yes.
And
With
then
the
we
grid,
need
right?
signatures.
Okay,
Just hold on a second.
and we need signatures.
So this is not, this one wasn't the one you emailed her, right? Or is this the- 'cause then
Yeah,
you said
that's
a
what I
couple-
emailed.
'cause-
There were two that she
Dexter,
emailed.
this is the one.
One, and
that
then she
emailed.
corrected it.
All right,
The
that is-
full-time and the part-time
What numbers
employees.
do you have?
You don't have the correct
No,
one?
I don't, I'm trying to find the electronic, which I'm looking at not having electronic, this is fine. I am 100% done the math against the physical
Oh,
paper
good.
copy.
So that's
This
it.
is fine. The math on at least one of the electronic versions
Was off.
was off.
Right.
Actually, no.
That's why I
That's
sent it.
okay, I did it against the budget and you covered.
Cap account 5-year plan, that's the one, that's the correct one. Is that the correct one? Ignore the last cap memo.
Yes, because all it said was, thank you for your cooperation, or something like that.
Okay.
That wasn't the real memo. So then I sent out the memo for that. But this is something different. This is the resolution for
For the salary.
Salaries,
Oh,
right.
okay. Resolution number 1-15.
Right.
Okay, so this is where, this, remember this, the one we have right now is how many pages that we're looking at?
Just two.
Just two.
And then I sent
You
you
should
the
have, you
salaries.
should have this, Dexter.
I've got that.
I just wanted to show you what the salaries are now.
Yes, you can.
So this page, I'm just gonna say that I have here is the one that I'm disputing. No one has this.
Right. Those are the salaries now.
Those are the 2014 salaries as of now.
And the 2015.
Agreed. This piece of paper
Yes.
is, the math is incorrect. I'm just saying, so if I'm the only one who has this,
Well, what do you mean incorrect? That's the one we've been using for a year. That's the year one. No, that has nothing to do with the first thing.
okay.
That's just saying this is what we're getting now. And I added 2% to those salaries to make up what's on that front page. I just wanted you to see what we,
So this, can maybe just, can we for one thing, this,
Yeah.
sorry.
Please ask your questions.
So this is showing what was done previously?
This is
Yes.
before the resolution
So this is
adopted. This is
114.
what she's receiving right now, today.
Okay,
Without
so
the
the
resolution.
number on the right is what you had previously, the increase that was previously done, the 29.
No, that's the pay, that's the 26 pays, that's her pay.
Oh, that's her pay, all right.
Those are
Got it,
every
got it,
2
got it.
weeks, that's what she
It's the
gets.
pay
Understood.
periods.
That's what I didn't, I thought that was the, but the math on the first page is fine, so I'm comfortable.
I just double checked just to make sure.
No, I did as well, so it's, and she rounded 0.5 up and less than 0.5 down, but that's, penny-wise, I think that's good.
Can I see that?
You're
Can I see
good.
that copy? Yeah.
And we're good here.
which copy?
That one.
Good.
3 times. Check it 3 times. Because she just sent that out last night, so.
Okay, so.
All right, so let's go back then.
So there's a motion and a second.
There's a motion
Discussion.
and a second, and we're looking now to do a roll call vote on.
Apologies, I was trying to, the motion was, motion?
The motion was to adopt resolution
One Joe.
1-15.
And who seconded it?
I did.
And Alex seconded.
Okay, so who was the first?
Me.
You introduced. Okay, and second was Alex?
Alex.
Alex was second, okay. And then the rest?
Okay, so we can do a roll call now.
What's-
A vote.
what's
Yes,
this
nay,
on?
or abstaining. This, what you're looking at here, and I'm sorry if the explanation wasn't clear, these are the 2014 salaries, where we're living right now, what they're receiving
Oh,
now,
okay.
before we pass the new resolution for 2015. So these are their past salaries. You have to remember that there's 26 pay periods per year for full-timers. And if you go to the second page, just because I've done this all my life, libraries, library world, bi-weekly. These you have to look at that, because those are bi-weekly salaries. So you're not looking at that amount per week, you're looking at bi-weekly, so.
Yeah, so the column to the right is what.
It's hard to
the state
figure out.
receives.
It's tough.
Not the increase, it's not the increase.
Not the increase, not the increase.
And it's paid a different way than everybody else, it's just a different kind of a way of doing this for salaries. Okay, so we're voting to accept.
I guess it was too much information, so maybe.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
I thought it was very good.
Yeah, no, the bi-weekly fine, it's just, to be
hard
honest,
for
it's
people
not,
to understand.
whether you got one lump sum or divide by 26, 24,
That's
12,
right,
it doesn't
that's right.
matter. It's the total,
Yeah,
exactly. what
that's right, the total dollar.
That's what we're about.
Pat Butler?
Wait a second.
So,
At the bottom here, it says, I hereby certify the foregoing resolution was adopted by the Board of Trustees on February 18th.
On April 15th.
I mean,
That'll be amended to today's date.
Well, today is April
No,
15th.
today's-
right, but it says February 18th on
Well,
the
this
one
one
that you
says
gave out.
April 15th.
Okay, the one I have says February.
So we'll use this one, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll use this one.
That'd be great, because I have to sign it. Yeah. Okay,
What
so
does yours say?
we're going through
This is
and,
so if passed, it will be adopted today, not for February 18th.
no, it'll be
No, it'll be
today.
today, April
But the
15th.
salary rates will be as of January 1st.
As of January 1st, retroactive to January 1st.
Right, but I'm asking about the adopted.
Well,
It'll be
we have the
today's-
new one,
today.
April
Okay.
15th.
Adopted together effective January 1st.
Right. Yeah, see, that was, you know.
Okay, so can we take, I'm sorry, let's go back and take a vote. Rashmi? Charlene?
Yes.
Dexter?
Yes.
Sanjana?
Yes.
Alex?
Yes.
Jeff?
Yay.
Jeff is not on my sheet.
Because he wasn't, yeah, he wasn't.
That's right, I'm gonna write him in, that's okay.
Full-fledged, yes.
Jeff Reagan, I'm sorry. Write Sharon in. Thank you, Jeff.
Sure.
Okay, Jeff?
Yes.
And, yes. Okay. Salaries have been passed and are adopted. All right, I'm gonna sign this.
Is it okay if we do write in there, or do I have to do that over again?
I printed neatly, I printed very neatly. I didn't give Jeffrey
And
that,
for
I
the
can check.
purposes of the minutes, just attach the resolution, you don't need the backup to it.
Okay, dear. It's great to do this during National Library Week, a very positive thing.
I don't think
Thank you, that's okay.
Okay, so I could just give it to
All
him?
right, it passes.
That's good.
Okay,
Oh,
new
we do-
business.
we do that.
Oh, awesome.
Okay.
Very true, I understand. It's my business, so I know exactly what.
All right, thank you, everybody.
Okay, we can move on to new business.
Do you know when that would be, kind of, now that we know when that would be reflected as, there would be a January through March, basically April one time, right? So will it be in May where we'll see an increase in salary for 1 month and then it'll normalize from June through December?
Yes.
Correct.
So it'll be-
Yeah.
You'll see a
In
retroactive
May,
pay.
it should be done in May, or is it a little later?
It might be the next pay period, I don't
It
know.
depends on where you're at with your paper. Are you getting your check this week or next
No.
week? Not this week, next week.
Well, Thursday we'll put into it. Thursday, I
It'll
sent.
probably
So probably
be-
next,
Yeah, it'll probably
next
be two
Tuesday.
weeks.
Forget about this one.
Yeah.
By the time they process it, do the retro.
So I just think we just have to remember that we'll see a
You'll see a
theoretical
spike
spike.
up.
Yeah.
that month and then-
But it will be
Well,
retroactive through January. so.
Yeah, and we'll put a asterisk.
Yep.
Got it.
All right, under new business,
Yes.
I went through.
We're out of old business.
I have something for old business.
That's okay, go ahead. Didn't quite get into it yet.
Sorry.
Thank you, go back to
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Old business.
I have to run to my class, it's probably not old business, but, I was at the Rosa Park Loves Art Committee meeting, and the group, was able to get the Union County bandwagon for the performers. One of the requests that they would like to make, is to have the bandstand on the library grounds facing out to Chestnut Street. We were originally thinking about having it on Chestnut Street, but because it's happening Saturday night, we don't think that the county will be picking it up right away. Normally they don't, because they don't want to put someone out on the weekend to get paid overtime to take the bandstand. Plus, they'll stick out too much into the street. So the suggestion was to put it on the grounds, actually where the dirt is right now, where you have, if you face
The whole thing
outside.
is true.
Yeah, right, it would be behind the flag, and the large tree here. So if you look outside right now, you see the flagpole with the stone
Yeah.
border and the large tree. It would fit somewhere between that and the front.
Well, the problem is we can't guarantee what state the lawn will be in at that point, because the tree, and as soon as the tree comes down, and I have been promised that they will be getting in the crane to get the tree down,
Mhm.
then the lawn will be ripped up to put in a sprinkler system,
Yeah.
and then there will be new sod, so I'm not gonna put that on the side.
Yeah, you don't do that.
Yeah, so that's, I mean, it depends, I just
When
don't know
are they
where we'd
planning
be
to
at
do
by
it?
September. It's, you know, it's hard to predict what, the things would be, because the other
And then
possibility,
we'll also just give it to Ken.
no, that would work.
The only other possibility that we thought of is we could put it on Chestnut Street with band opposite side facing this way, but you would have some traffic issues. You have to turn it off because the county, it's what they do with the Assumption Church.
Yeah.
They don't come right away, they come during the week.
Right, I understand.
So, that would be the only apprehension is you would have it out there, but we'd have to cone it off so no one would run into it.
What about across from the high school, the
Yeah,
baseball
everything's
league
here.
parking
Yeah,
lot?
everything's here,
Yeah.
so you
The
want to.
car show is down the
Yes.
street. We're actually blocking off.
Oh, you wanna make
Yes,
it,
permission.
you wanna make it in accordance with.
Would it be of a size
Jeff,
that
you
it
had
could
a
go in the
question.
parking lot?
Well, we thought about putting it, here, but then you have that berm and the large trees right there, so actually you're covering portions of the stage.
Jeff?
I just have a suggestion. If there's going to be a lot of loud entertainment coming from the system from the stage, I feel it would be better for residents that live behind it to have facing the library as opposed to facing them from the.
Yeah, I didn't know it was open either, I guess they left it on.
Oh.
Or they would have great seats.
Actually,
Like the
they,
best
they could bring lawn
They could
chairs
grab a
and sit
bottle of
there.
wine, they would have to worry. I would actually across the
I'll be
street.
there.
Good,
Well,
got
if
my
we
lawn
could
chair.
get a feel from the county when they come to get, we certainly could cone it off.
We're gonna be meeting them just to give us an idea how much space they would need.
That's,
That'll give us a
no,
better
answer
idea.
that question.
And then we'll bring them to Chestnut Street to see what they say. It's just that we thought originally we could put it between the right of way and the sidewalk, but there's all poles and trees there.
There
You
can't
can't
be
do it there.
Can't do it.
So.
What if it rains?
We have it's the following week.
The rain date's the 26th.
That really wouldn't have anything to do with us, because we don't even know.
Correct, but the grounds is what we.
But you gotta use the grounds.
But if it's being torn up for a sprinkler system.
We just don't know. I mean, we don't
We're not
know
sure the
if by
date when the trees
September
are gonna come
where everything will be at. I mean, we could have new sod down, or we could be in between, and it would work out fine, but there's
I
no
think we'll probably
So
have
we'll
to
look at
revisit it
another-
again,
Yeah, we'll look at another,
like after the summer, when we get more definite plans in mind, then we'll know.
It would be nice if we had a nice, nice garden out there, not garden, but it looked nice plants.
Yeah, but we're having a landscaper who's coming up with a plan, has volunteered
Oh, nice.
a plan. So we're hoping that we will have a nice plan, but that's why I don't want to say one way or another though, because you don't have time yet.
And that's not critical at this point, I just wanted to bring it up to the board. But I'm glad you mentioned, I totally forgot about that.
Depending on everything that's happening. I know, God. But Alex, you had.
Actually, it was under old business.
Okay.
It's under old business. I mentioned about 6 months ago, that the plaque for Robert Lear, the dedication, is really worn. I mean, it's seen its better days. Susan, can we get something better? I know at that time there was mention that we would get a better monument for him.
What do you mean monument?
Well, a better stone with a plaque that's legible.
What do you
His
want-
name is like totally erased.
Do you want me to get another plaque?
Whatever that would give him the respect he deserves for the amount of money, time, and effort this man sacrificed for this town. He deserves a little better than what's out there. That's all I'm saying. If you guys disagree with me, disagree, but
How much are we talking about?
Hmm?
How much are we talking about?
I don't know how much a new plaque would cost.
I'm sure that's not expensive, but finding somebody to put on a rock, I don't know.
Well, we need a better rock, that's the first thing.
Let me make some inquiries.
Okay.
It may be-
Paul did.
It may be,
the rock.
it may be doable.
Could be something, like somebody in town might know.
Well, the guy in town
He's a great guy.
does the plaques.
And then we also have our former mayor who just passed away recently. I just wrote a card to his wife. I don't know if you want to consider
Carmen.
that. Yep, in the long, in the long run. He was very well liked in town. Many people knew the family. Just something to think about. If you're going to get a plaque, maybe
I
at the
will
same time,
time.
get one for him. And I have the dates on his birth and when he was mayor, and a lot of information on him also. Any other new business?
If it's a three, we do it,
Don't you dare say that.
No, you don't have to have a plaque there. If
You
you
know,
got
we should wait till people
This is
pass away,
terrible.
right? You should wait till people pass away to
a plaque
recognize
doesn't mean that
I
you're.
wouldn't want to save us money.
That's lovely. Oh my
my
gosh, I
own.
think you should leave now, Joe.
And Joe,
Quickly.
Well, wait a minute, how are you putting that leave now?
It's not paid for today, what your grandkids can pay for tomorrow.
Listen, we could keep going. If it's a quantity question, we'll just.
Never mind.
But we don't want to turn the
Joe,
front
you're
lawn into a
excused. Go ahead.
cemetery.
Thank you very much.
No, this is true too.
It's usually people who are library people, like
Yeah,
who've done
who've done
great
something
things
with
for the
library.
library. With Lear, he's donated quite a bit of money to the library. So that's
There's a
what
state,
we
I think, on some.
Mr. Endler, because, well, he was Mr. Endler, and he was great with the library. But we don't just put random, and what's her name?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Our president,
Oh, Gene.
Jean Keenan.
Oh, we
He was
have-
president of the
we
board for a
we
million
honored her.
years.
Yeah, we love her.
Yeah, she's out there too.
My apologies, I do have to leave. May is the month that I normally go to my,
Your conference,
yeah, my
yeah.
conference, so I will be away for the next meeting. If you decide to change it, let me know, but if not, I'll send you
We
my
won't
notice.
change it.
I haven't passed.
Thanks,
No.
Joe. Be
Let's
careful.
not go
Good
through that.
night. We have one last meeting in June, correct?
Yes, and then
See
we have
you
one
then,
last
then we're off
meeting
for
in
the summer.
June.
Folks,
Take
take
care.
care, stay well.
We'll talk.
Okay.
Okay, any other old business?
See you, Michelle.
New business.
Oh, I wanted to ask about the windows of the library. Susan, which windows did you refer to, drafting and all this? Is it basically most of the windows?
It's all of them, we can't even open them. We can't open any of the windows.
They're in terrible shape.
Oh, you can't open any of the windows?
No,
Design.
and those
So
over
when it's-
there are all.
When it's a semi-warm day, they have to put the air conditioning on. Such a waste of energy.
Are the windows screw closed? I mean, you just literally can't open them?
Try and
So
open them
basically, we're
Only
spending,
the windows over there can be
in the
open.
newer section.
In the
Okay.
annex.
but the patrons, I know, well, I can't even, it's bad for so basically, we're spending a lot, if you do a cost analysis, we're probably spending much more on air conditioner, maybe fix one set of windows that you could open or something. Can we do that in there?
Oh, I'm sure that's also leaking heat in the summer.
Yeah,
I mean, in the
sure it
winter.
is.
You
The
don't
caulking
want-
is pretty much gone on some.
Yeah, they're,
Yeah.
we need new
Put a
windows.
couple
They're not
Well, I
on
know
that
about
side. That
new windows,
side's
but
good,
maybe, not cosmetic or whatever, but, like temporary fix would be the caulking and, weatherization, exterior, whatever.
I don't know how to do that.
No, I don't mean you, but I mean, can we?
I have a feeling
There's a
it's
course
like-
online.
Oh, there's a course online, Kim and I can take it.
There we
You
go.
see?
See how
With the
this
silicone.
happens?
Because I can see where this is leading, because I remember somebody said I should go on the roof and do like,
Really?
yeah, the alarm system. Somebody said, I'm not gonna say who, go up on the roof and put the alarm system in.
I'm just saying, maybe we can get somebody to do it. Remember the painter who helped
Yeah,
us
remember
paint
that.
the library?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Well, he painted the children's room, part of the
You
children.
paint outside?
No, but
too?
Oh,
outside.
outside,
White
yes.
piece.
He did a beautiful
So this is what
job.
I'm saying, maybe we could ask for volunteers, some professional contractor out there who would come in and,
Re-caulk 'em.
do some
Yeah,
of this stuff.
right. But we still can't open them.
But you'll prevent the cool and the heat from leaking out. Well, they can't be.
But getting new windows would be a better long-term solution.
Would that be a part of the, is that a
Capital, well, that's part of the 5-year plan, and that's what we'll see. We'll see what happens with the
And I
5-year
have
plan.
estimates for everything. For the
Now, how did you get
windows.
estimates? You
I called people to
Oh,
come.
you
and look.
called, okay, all right.
And then for the carpeting, eventually to replace it, furniture, which we desperately need.
5-year
Different
plan.
times.
Yeah, so it's all in the 5-year plan.
Any other new business? Susan, did anybody approach you from the Environmental Commission? Because Kit had mentioned that she's on that commission, I guess, with you now. Somebody wanted to, ladies over there, and I'm not sure who exactly, she was gonna come to the meeting tonight, actually. But I think I should mention it, she's not here.
I was waiting for Alex to say
Yeah,
something
I don't know
because
if you
he's part
know
of the
what I'm
committee.
talking about. They wanted to do something by the Doughboy, and I wasn't real clear about this, but something about cleaning of
It needs
the
to be
slate, and perhaps they wanted permission to just put a few flowers down in front before Memorial Day, but I'm not
Well,
sure
that's
the
not a problem
details.
for before Memorial Day, it's just that, ultimately, everything will probably be pulled up. when
I
we-
know the
No, that
DPW will
was,
do the circle.
I know. A
You know
couple-
about it?
No, I know a couple of ladies came here and were looking at the trees and everything else. So, I mean, if they have some ideas of beautifying the space, that's fine with me.
But it would be nice if we could power wash the Doughboy and power wash this.
I was talking about the slate, I don't know about the Doughboy being
Yeah, I don't
washed. I
think
would
you do
kind of
that.
worry
I
about
don't
that a
even
little
know if you
bit.
can do that.
I don't know.
It could damage it, if that's something that has to be professional.
You know, we really should not undertake independent ventures if we don't know the results. So, I mean, if you wanna wash the sidewalk, that's different, the slab, but I don't wanna start on statues.
I'm
Not without
not
having an
sure,
expert
right.
into.
Yeah.
I'm not sure the rest of the information, because she's not here. Kit was the secretary, so she's not, I'm not sure exactly, but maybe you could find out. for
That
us.
was independent, it was independent of the Environmental Commission.
Oh.
That was an independent venture on a couple of members that came here on a Saturday because they were concerned about the trees, the lack of trees in town in general. So they came here to look at the library grounds, because we mentioned that.
Two of the trees are going.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned to them, and, they almost had a heart attack.
Trees dead.
And that's what I told them.
It's
That's what I
dangerous,
told them.
really.
And we are having a volunteer a professional is
Yeah.
coming up with a whole plan to landscape the front. We're not just
Right,
taking down the trees and saying the heck with it.
yeah,
'Cause, it needs to be completely redone.
right.
You
So
know,
I think
And
they-
it's being done on,
I think what they wanted was to approach the board on this idea of cleaning the slate stone, if that would be a problem if they did that, and if they placed a few flowers in front of the Doughboy. That's all I heard. Discussion about it. What do you think?
I think whatever would beautify the front of the library would be a positive, if people want to take it upon themselves.
I don't think it's a problem, as long as they understand if they plant anything,
It
it's
might
not
come
going,
up.
it might come up again. Otherwise, I think, as you say, more power to them.
Once we get the community garden going on Valley Road, because there are many issues now affecting the library grounds, we're not gonna do a community garden here per se, but we may, with the children participating this summer, we might wanna grow some stuff, to have a learning experience with the children. But that would be like creating a little garden,
Children's
on the side.
But
That's all I said, last time.
and then of course, one of the children will water it all the time too.
Well,
This is the problem, it's so
It's
nice
not,
to
it's not
say
doing
these
it, it's
things.
maintenance.
It's the maintenance, right.
yeah.
But this
I know.
is the question we can address later, because
Yeah.
if everything's gonna be filled up with sprinklers and so on,
Well, that's what I mean.
yeah.
So can they plant a few flowers in front of the Doughboy and clean the slate? What do you think about that?
With the caveat, I guess, that.
Not the Doughboy statue.
No,
Make
no,
it
no.
Really
that
clear.
that the flowers might not be permanent. Anything they plant might
probably
probably is not going to be permanent.
because of the work being done on the grounds in general.
There's no downside of cleaning the slate unless it's gonna be
No, there's
resoiled
no
again.
downside.
Okay, and I think just to make it a formality, can I hear a motion to approve that?
Motion.
Second from someone?
Second.
Okay, all in favor of that? Opposed? Okay, I will get back to, it's Kit Rubino that asked from the environmental.
But Kit's not on it
Kit
anymore.
resigned.
She resigned today.
Okay, well, she approached me, I did not know. Okay. Alex, would you take that back to them for us,
Yes,
please?
yes,
And let
yes.
them
I'll
know.
let the
But-
two other
But the
ladies
Doughboy
know.
is, no.
I will let them know.
Been doing some research into preserving the plaques that are made of copper as opposed to brass. For a friend that brought something to my attention about a year ago, I'm still working on that. And it's a very delicate thing because, copper ages in a different way than brass does. And you have to be really careful how to clean it. And I have a friend down in Trenton who's actually researching this for me because he's an archive antique specialist. He's going to come up with an idea.
Oh,
So
good.
we have a plaque in town that is just from dust and dirt, is getting to be eroded over time. So I went out there and started looking at it myself, and it's just a danger because the letters are very finely formed, they're very old, they can chip if you start applying the wrong product to it. So it's a process. I'm talking about the DAR original monument on Galloping Hill Road, which used to be owned by the DAR, that property, but the town owns that property now.
Oh, that little,
Our plaque, Galloping Hill Road, recognizing the soldiers
Right,
going up
right.
to Connecticut farms during the
that's a
Revolutionary
copper
War.
plaque?
It's copper.
Okay.
Thought it was brass, but it's actually copper. I did a test on it. It looks, it's so old, it looks funny. You're not sure, when you look at it first. But anyway, I'll take care and bring that information back, so if we need that, maybe that would help with the cleaning process. Any other new business? Okay, our next meeting is May the 20th. Looking forward to seeing all of you there, and welcome, Jeff, to the board.
Thank you very much.
And thank you all. I have to tell you, I'm going to adjourn the meeting, but it's so nice to see people smile and laugh here. I'm having a really good time being on the board with you all. I know we'll always have difficult situations to handle, but I think it's great
If
during
I could
that.
add one little thing,
Yes,
can I
yes, yes.
back out my home phone number on this, it's a dead number, it will just ring. So-
Can you just?
Yeah, I just marked
Okay.
it here, so.
Thank you all, and good night, everyone. Can I hear a motion to adjourn? I'm sorry. Forgot the formality.
So moved.
Thank you. Second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good evening.
Have a good night.